Don't worry, my friend. My secretary will soon finish organizing tomorrow's search.
Everything's arranged, Your Highness. We leave at dawn.
Thank you, my good gondola dear. You may go.
I hope Snowy is all right.
Surely. Tomorrow we will find him.
What if he's surprised by a tiger? They look like big cats after all, and Snowy can't resist a fight with a cat.
But didn't you tell me he fought a lion once?
Well, yes, when we were in Africa.
Then rest assured, lions and tigers are all the same. He'll be fine. He's a brave dog.
He could be lost in the jungle. What if he can't find his way out?
You mustn't worry, my friend. It's not as wild as it once was. I'm sure he'll come across a village.
Last time I saw him near the railway tracks. Oh no, what if...
From what you've told me, he seems smart enough to avoid a moving train.
What if he's ambushed by that evil fakir?
Then I'd feel sorry for the fakir. Snowy seems like a no-nonsense kind of dog.
Talking about Snowy makes me sad.
Understandably. You're my guest of honor. Choose a topic.
Such a beautiful palace you live in.
Very ancient, too. They say it was built over the ruins of a lost temple by my grandfather's grandfather.
A temple? Amazing! Tell me more about the lost temple.
It was probably built by the Gupta Empire and plundered by Mongol raiders. They say there's an underground section of the old temple connected to the palace by tunnels. I used to search for them when I was a boy, but they're probably just a myth.
Dinner was delicious.
Would you like some dessert? We have all kinds of fruit, pudding, dokla.
That's very kind, but I'm stuffed.
I wish I could feed my people as well as I do my guests.
I read about the famine. It seems like a serious situation.
And it's linked to opium trafficking. These scoundrels extort peasants so they grow opium poppies instead of rice. My brother and my father before him used to go after those smugglers when they were Maharajas. And now I continue their fight. But it sometimes seems like a lost cause to me. We will never win.
Snowy and I met your brother, the former Maharaja.
My brother? So you were in his hospital? How was he?
He seemed happy. He thought he was racing the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Ah, he dreamed about that race. He even had his own vehicle designed. A kind of Alfa Romeo meets Amilcar.
The Amilcar is quite a racing car. I drove one near Moscow.
He never got to drive it, though, unfortunately. I wonder why fate has decided to be so cruel to my kingdom and my family.
The tiger hunt sure was thrilling. I'd never been on one before.
And quite unconventional. We don't usually subdue them by falling on them.
It was pure luck that that tiger was there to break my fall.
Indeed, we were very fortunate you were there to save us. And we'll always be thankful.
Is it hard to govern a kingdom like蓋帕佳瑪?
It is indeed. My brother was the heir to my father's throne, but after he became indisposed, I had to take over. These are dark times for蓋帕佳瑪, and the people need their Maharaja. But sometimes that responsibility overwhelms me. Luckily, I have the help of my loyal secretary, Gondoladia.
Did you call, Your Highness?
There he is, as diligent and as attentive as ever.
So I see.
I don't need anything, my good Gondoladia. That is all for today.
As you wish, Your Highness.
I've got a few questions about being a Maharaja.
Uneasy lies the head that wears a crown, as the great English bard once said.
What would you do if you weren't the Maharaja?
I'd play with my son. I feel like I'm missing out on his childhood.
What's the worst duty of a Maharaja?
Having to wear all those uniforms to parades and receptions. I see the tailor more than my own shadow.
There must be something good about being a Maharaja.
Well, one can help a great deal from a position of power like this one. But I sometimes feel burdened by so many responsibilities.
Being a Maharaja is more complicated than I thought. Let's talk about something else. If you'll excuse me, Your Highness. I think I'm going to bed now.
Great idea. Tomorrow is going to be a long day, and... Oh no! That music again! Nobody. There's no one there anymore.
What's that strange melody?
I heard it for the first time, before my father went mad. And again, just before my brother did. It's the family curse. I'm doomed. What will happen to the kingdom, and to my son if I go mad too?
Curse? I don't think so. This is all too familiar and stinks of conspiracy, but I need to make sure. Slotsky spoke of a trafficker's hideout in蓋帕佳瑪.
What if the previous Maharajas had enemies?
My brother suspected there was a powerful secret opium organization operating in the kingdom, but he was never able to prove it.
Both Slotsky and Sarcophagus went mad after getting shot with a dart.
Did you ever notice a mark, or puncture, on your brother or father's neck?
No, never, but, wait, yes! Even in his madness, my father complained about an itch on his neck.
The poison of madness affected Slotsky right away. Maybe.
Did they both suddenly go crazy?
Indeed. They went to bed after hearing the melody, and by the next morning they had gone completely mad.
Listen to me closely, Your Highness. Your father and brother were shot with a poisoned dart, and I know who did it. Tonight, when you go to sleep, he's going to climb up to your window and shoot you. But I'll be waiting outside, and I'll follow him to his accomplices.
But I'll be poisoned and mad.
Just before, while you're hiding in another room, I'll make a dummy that looks just like you and put it in your bed. Together, we'll bring them down. A coconut again. It'll be perfect as the Maharaja's head. There are enough clothes in here to dress an army. I could spend hours in here. Maybe later I can find something useful for my plan. I can't risk going out. My entire plan could be on the line. Looks really comfortable, but no time to rest. I saw this in a travel magazine. It's kohl, a kind of charcoal to protect your eyelids. You've got to squeeze the bulb to make it work. This will be the Maharaja's body, but how do I fit the coconut on there?
Hello? Who are you? What are you doing in my father's room?
I'm Tintin, reporter. And you are?
I'm the Prince of蓋帕佳瑪. What's a reporter?
I'm here to save your father, Your Highness.
Do reporters save lives?
Not really, but it happens to me sometimes. I'm making a dummy that looks like your father.
For some kind of contest?
Not exactly. Let's just say, it's hard to explain. A reporter travels the world on the hunt for stories.
Wow, have you traveled really far?
Well, I've been to Africa, Russia, America, Egypt, Arabia, and now India.
Gee, I want to travel too. I like you. Come play with me.
Sorry, I can't now, Your Highness. I have to help your father.
Aw, but promise me you'll play later.
Of course. Wait, how did you... Now that's clever. The scissors are too weak to peel the coconut. Plus, the tailor would kill me. I could use it to dress my fake Maharaja. But then again, it's going on the bed, under the blankets, so there's no need. The fakir will strike from over here, like he did with Zlotsky and the Maharajas before. Whose room is this? If I were to go out there now, I'd risk getting caught. It won't budge. Great snake! How do I get rid of it? Good thing it never leaves the basket. How do I get rid of it?
Tintin, you came! Can you show me how to play with the Latu?
I can't play right now, Your Highness. Your father needs me.
Please?
Maybe we can play later, when I finish.
Can we play now, please?
I'm really busy right now, Highness. Maybe later.
Please? I haven't played with anybody in a long time.
All right, then. I'll teach you.
Brilliant!
First, you wrap the string around it. Carefully. Then you take one of the ends and spin it. Bingo! There you go.
Yay! This is so fun!
See? Now you can try it anytime. What's life in the palace like?
Before, Papa and I used to go for elephant rides and play in the garden. But since he's Maharaja, he won't let me out of the palace. He can never play and he hardly smiles.
I saw your uncle not too long ago, Highness.
My uncle? Really? Oh boy, I miss him so much. Where is he?
Well... They're taking care of him at a special place, a hospital. But I'm sure he'll be better soon. You'll see.
I'm sure he will. He'll be better, and we'll all be together again.
There's a huge snake in the next room.
Has it scared you? It's Coco, Daddy's secretary's pet. She's not that bad, and she likes the punji.
Punji?
That! They use it to charm snakes and even make ropes levitate. I can show you how to play it if you'd like.
I want to learn how to play the punji. Could you teach me?
Of course. I'll teach you a snake lullaby. Watch and repeat after me. Now you try. Brilliant! You sound like a true snake charmer. Keep the punji.
Thanks, Your Highness. I must go now, but I'll be back.
Oh, promise?
Promise. worked. The kiosk symbol. This is the room of a traitor. And another statue from the tomb.
Is there any movement in the corridor?
Understood, sir.
I'd better lock that fool's door. Oh, stupid snake. Sleeping as usual. What a guardian. Oh? Who could that be? Yes? Oh, greetings, Grandmaster. Yes, yes. At midnight. The usual way. Window, dart, and bye-bye, Maharaja. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, don't worry. I'll lead the meeting. So it shall be done, Grandmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Stupid bird. How can it be so heavy? They couldn't look for another entry token?
Phew, that was close. But now I know who the traitor is, and that I'll be sneaking into a secret meeting. The Maharaja's secretary was talking to a certain Grand Master, and the letter in Colonel Fuad's office mentioned him too. The leader of this smuggling ring, no doubt. Better safe than sorry. Crikey, it won't budge. Let's try with this. An ear trumpet. The secretary doesn't seem deaf. Unless... Of course, that scoundrel uses this to spy on the Maharaja. Did it! Now let's finish the job. Alright, first I'll peel it. Then I'll make a hole. And voila! It needs a little more work though. It still doesn't look like the Maharaja. Let's see. We've got tunics, turbans, slippers. Aha! I hope the Maharaja doesn't mind me ruining this stole to save him. Let's give it a go. Not bad. And now, it's bedtime, Your Highness. There! The trap is set. It's getting late. I'd better get ready.
Magic rope. Rise. Magic rope down.
Hang on. Where did he go? Is he up in the tree? Or is he inside the tree? That's it! This is not the first time I face this sort of brain teaser. Bingo! Huh, a tunnel. You won't escape me this time, Fakir. Ever since we parted ways, Snowy had never given up, and he was tracing my scent all through the Indian Railway. Of course, there were 2 more hounds following in my tracks, probably facing the wrong way. It was only a matter of time till they met, and a bit more till they found me. There you are! That was close. Whew. What is this place? This must be the largest screw in the world. Hooray! The pillars are connected to the center column. Doing this, the platform should lower down to here. What am I doing wrong? The first one was easier. Dash. Still not enough. Excuse me. Great snakes. I hope the fakir is not too far away.
Bunch of useless people. Who will I have to reprimand today?
The kiosk symbol. I have to find out where he's going.
All right, last wagon, and you're free to go, slackers!
You won't escape from me.
Blasted Worker 31! Where is he? Every time!
And then he said, the best time to shut up. Come on, it
Worker
won't happen
31!
again, I promise.
What are you doing here?
Sorry, boss. I was helping Worker 35 with...
Back to your spot now!
Yes, boss.
Worker 33, well done. Excellent job covering your post.
Thank you, boss. It's the least any of us can do.
You'd be surprised. We've got quite a few deadbeats here. If you're not here next time, I will personally stick one of Brother Horace's poison darts in you.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you?
I mean, yes, boss.
Hey, Worker 36. Go make sure everything is okay in the control room before we go.
Hey! Yes, boss.
Worker 35, time to go.
I just have to finish this and I'm done.
Finish tomorrow.
Don't leave for tomorrow what you could do today.
And don't keep your boss waiting if you don't want to die in the most gruesome way possible.
Huh?
Hardly did a terrible job. This is good. Quite good, actually. What? Who did? Okay.
I have to be careful. This place is crawling with guards.
Ready?
Just 1 second, please.
Come out!
Okay, I'm ready.
Finally! Workers, that's all for today.
I must find a safe way to get to the next room. A broken riding crop. Is Colonel Fawad in here? This door would only lead me away from that hooded scoundrel. Let's learn the truth about these infamous cigars once and for all. Fake cigars, full of opium. That's how the crooks outwitted the police in all their inquiries. They've killed Egyptologists, literally driven people mad, impoverished peasants, and ruined a whole country just to make money selling drugs. They won't get away with it, I swear. Won't get away with it, I swear. Shame that these loathsome criminals have such good taste in graphic design. So the only tobacco these cigars have is the bare minimum to wrap around the opium tubes. Crooked, but clever. Poppy seeds? Wait. There's opium in there. And of course, they fill these tubes with it.
So what happened? The guy disappeared for 30 years. It's a long story. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Oh no, I'm not leaving till you finish it.
The guy was knee-deep in debt, and the best thing he could think to do was just split.
And his wife and kids?
He ditched them, and they inherited all his debts. Years later, his son, completely bankrupt, swore revenge.
Did he get it?
Hang on, there's 30 years of story before we get to that. The thing is, the father made just one mistake before leaving.
What mistake?
When we reach the 26 years since he left, I'll tell you. But the son also made a mistake. He could have found his father much sooner.
When? How?
8 years after he split. But we'll get to that. The most incredible thing is that the father ran into his entire family after he'd been gone for 3 years.
And what happened?
Hold on, we're almost there. First, I have to tell you what happened in the 2 years after he disappeared.
That's the way that hooded scoundrel went. But the people talking on the other side would see me. It'd be curtains for me.
It's a really long story, honestly. There's no way I'll be able to tell it to you today.
Well, we'll stay until tomorrow if we have to. I need to know how it ends.
But we haven't even gotten started.
Then why did you start telling me the story if you knew you wouldn't finish it?
I didn't think you'd get so into it.
There's no way I can sleep without knowing what happened to the father and son. I hate you. I won't let you leave without telling me the ending.
I'm sleepy.
I don't care. What you're doing to me, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
It's a really long story, honestly. There's no way I'll be able to tell it to you today.
Well, we'll stay until tomorrow if we have to. I need to know how it ends.
But we haven't even gotten started.
Then why did you start telling me the story if you knew you wouldn't finish it?
Hey, maybe I could sneak into the next room in one of those wagons. I guess I'd need to find a way to get that wagon moving, plus something to cover myself with. Here we go.
I didn't think you'd get so into it.
There's no way I can sleep
Uh-oh.
without knowing
It looks
what
like a
happened to the
wagon has
father
to be
and
full of
son.
cigar boxes to get to the other side, and every layer has to have 15 of them. So that's what I need to do. A single layer of 15 cigar boxes, glued to each other so I can hide under it.
I hate you. I won't let you leave without telling me the ending.
I think this will be really useful. 2 boxes. I guess I'm going to need them. Time to put the seal on the last 2 boxes. And I give you Tintin's Seal of Guarantee. Time to label the last 2 boxes. Ha! I'm as good a counterfeiter as those rogues, with the significant difference that I'm doing it for a good cause. They look just like the real thing. I mean, the real fake thing. 1, 2, 3... 13 boxes, plus the 2 others I labeled and sealed. All the boxes I need. It's perfect. Now I just need to get the wagon moving. Dash. It's locked. A handy tool, but also a weapon if things were to go south. Luckily, I've got this. Hooray! Eureka! Now I just need something to cover me while I'm in the wagon. Glue! Just what I was looking for. If I'm not wrong, I've got all I need to make my cover. The time has come to put my plan to the test. Crossed this works.
If you don't tell me how it ends, I'll never forgive you.
Wait a minute, here's another wagon.
I don't care. I want to know how the story ends.
You're a pain in the bum. Make sure it's all there and I'll tell you.
Finally. 1, 2, 3. All right, filled to the brim. 15 boxes for later. Now, tell me.
Nope.
What? Why not?
I've realized that the best thing about the story is how desperate you are to hear what happens.
You've got some nerve. You'll pay for this.
What are you doing? Get off me, you lunatic!
I wonder where this leads.
Proceed, brother.
I'll need one of those costumes to get through. Psst! Hey! Over here! Now that I look the part, let's knock.
Show me your token, brother.
What token?
Show the token or stay out. I don't have all night.
A token? Don't you know who I am?
No, that's the point of tokens. Show me your token.
Oh, I must have forgotten it in my other robe.
No token, no entry.
Huh? Another statuette from the Tomb of Kiosk. Seems like every member of this brotherhood has one. He'll be knocked out for a while, but tied up, just in case. Dr. Finney is part of this conspiracy. That explains a few things, like why they tried to lock me up in the mental hospital. The note he wrote was a trap. He seemed like a decent man.
Show me your token, brother. Welcome, Brother Ra. The meeting will begin soon.
The belly of the beast. I should look for an escape route, just in case. In the meantime, I'll have a little chat with our hooded brothers. Could be a way out if everything goes south.
I did my best to defend Abu-Din. Please, brother.
Deal with the Grandmaster yourself, donkey desert god.
For the 100th time, Set is a mighty jackal, not a donkey. Ah, wise Brother Ra, you are my last salvation. Abu-Din did not fall because of me. It was because of those blasted spies. Defend me before the Grandmaster, please.
All right. But in return, I'll ask you for a favor.
I'll do anything.
Swear you'll never use a riding crop again.
But can I use canes, truncheons, or whips?
No, you may not.
Oh, all right. I swear. Blast that Tintin spy and those mangy Bedouins.
I've heard that Brother Thoth will be unavailable from this meeting onward. Why don't we offer his seat to my good friend Miss Suhi?
Silence, you fool! Saying our names or showing our faces is forbidden.
Oh yes, my apologies.
My dear Ra, there you are. Finally some clever conversation round here.
Why, yes, indeed. It's been a long time since that awfully boring evening at the Major's bungalow, hasn't it?
Though I must admit, tricking that Tintin fool was a delight. He truly believed that I was scared of ghosts.
Well, I think that
we should stop using hollow cigars. We know that, dear.
But why don't we?
Why not use tin cans? Cans of anchovies, or tomatoes, or crab. Let me do the thinking, dear Sobek. You just do it with your stomach.
Yes, dear. When will the meeting begin?
When Brother Neckbet arrives.
What about the Grand Master? Will he be joining us too?
Why so many questions, Brother Knoom?
I am loyal, I swear it! Kiosk and盖帕佳玛.
Then prove it by waiting there until the meeting starts.
I salute you, brother.
I know.
Beg your pardon?
You can't hide anything from me.
Sorry, but I don't understand.
Don't play fool with me. You let the poet go free. Even mad, he knows too much.
Oh, yes. I'll fix that, brother.
Indeed you will. The Grand Master does not forgive failure.
Phew, that was close.
I'm watching you, always.
Greetings, Brother Ra.
Kiosk and蓋帕佳瑪.
Huh? I beg your pardon?
You know, Kiosk and蓋帕佳瑪. It's the password to prove I'm not a spy.
Oh, right. Fear not, my brother. I have to remember that, just in case. Have you ever met him, the Grand Master?
Well, never in person, but his reputation precedes him. A real entrepreneur, a true marquis, a villain so grand that no hero will ever match him.
We'll see about that.
Beautiful, isn't it? A map of our current operations. I made it myself. Now that we have no spies in the military bungalow, we need a replacement, or silence that meddling major once and for all.蓋帕佳瑪is the headquarters, as you well know. From here we control all the routes to Asia, east and west. The Far East will be a big market if we lose the route to the west. After the fall of Abu Din, we will need a new base near the Red Sea. We use the tomb of Kiosk as a warehouse and headquarters for Cairo. The curse of the pharaoh keeps the curious away. Morocco has potential. There are contacts in Baghdad interested in doing business.
They all look like the Egyptian gods I saw at the tomb of Kiosk. Reminds me of that statuette I found in the Maharaja's secretary's office. Looks like the presiding seat at the table. An eye? Huh. I think I know who this seat belongs to. Reminds me of the statuette I found in Fuad's office. The professor told me about this crocodile god. Sebek, maybe? A cat goddess, similar to the drawing I saw in Egypt. Whichever god this is, it's the closest seat to the door, but I won't be able to change it unless he's distracted. Hey, that's my token, so this is my seat. I'd prefer a place closer to that door on the right, though, just in case. Mind if I swap seats?
Why should I?
You'd be sitting closer to the center, and the ones in charge.
Oh, I see, yes. But Brother Horace will never allow it.
I'll take care of that. You just go and change the sigils. So, brother, do you fear there may be spies present tonight?
Why? You have anything to confess?
I just want you to keep up the good work.
I'll be vigilant as always. Never forget that.
Sit! Brothers! Accept Except for our leader, who was unable to come, we are all present. The session can begin. First, important news. We've gotten rid of the Maharaja of蓋帕佳瑪for good. As we speak, he has lost his reason. Nothing more than stands in the way of... Hello. Yes, security. What? A message from Cairo. Our situation is dire. Our Cairo headquarters has been discovered. Only our leader was able to get away. He's coming here by air. What? Knocked out? Brothers, there is a traitor in our midst. Our rules do not allow us to show our faces, so you will whisper the password to me one by one. And whoever is unable to give it will be executed immediately. You start. Give me the password.
Kiosk and蓋帕佳瑪.
Idiot! Couldn't you have whispered it? Now everyone knows. All right then, I'll go into the next room. You will come in one after the other, and give me the password of our last meeting. Fast! Next. 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 The last one.
And now, let's take a peek at the faces of the Brotherhood. Mrs. Snowball. So this one must be... Mr. Snowball, of course. Colonel Fuad, just as I thought. A Japanese man I've never met before. The Fakir, of course. The Maharaja's secretary. So much for the loyal advisor. What a crew.
The only one left is the notorious Grandma... Huh?
Crikey!
Only an imbecile would trip on his own clothes. Oh!
You were saying?
Stupid robes. Like I said, imbecile.
Wait! This is ridiculous! I suggest we take off these robes and continue with the chase.
Deal. I'll go first.
Of course. It's only fair.
Now you. Take your time.
All right. Now wait until I... Hey! That's not fair! Give up! You're done!
The only ones who are done are all those fools! As long as our leader is alive, the Brotherhood will persevere!
Sooner or later, the Grand Master will fall too!
How dare you pronounce his name!
I didn't! That's his title!
I forgot how insufferable you are!
Don't worry, you won't have to see me once you're in jail.
Must you answer back every time?
Absolutely! You're going to pay for all the people you've turned mad!
You are going to pay for all the people you turned mad. You are so naive. No one gets what they deserve. The world pays.
I will never accept something like that!
Ha! That's exactly what the last Maharaja
You're despicable! He adored his nephew! And now, because of you, he thinks he's driving in the 24 hours of Le Mans!
Yes! That was a good one!
Come back here, you coward! Quit now! You've nowhere to run!
You're not the one who decides that!
The palace is filled with guards!
Nothing that a poison dart can't fix!
I'll get you, if it's the last thing I do! Where did he go?
An intruder! Get him!
Crumbs!
Surrender! You're trapped!
Crikey, it's locked!
He's too far away! Block his way!
What is he? A marathon runner?
Another locked door. That's bad.
Slippery little fellow, isn't he?
I can't believe it. This door is locked.
If we let him get away, they'll kill us.
You have no way out.
In the name of the law, hands up!
Snowy! You're okay. Oh, my dear friend.
Congratulations, dear friend. You've pulled off a masterstroke.
What? But don't you want to arrest me anymore?
We now know that you and your dog are innocent. The police raided their hideout in Cairo and found a blacklist that included your name.
There was also a plan of this hideout. That's how we discovered.
He's got away again! Oh, after him!
We'll get him, young man!
As soon as we got out, we learned that someone had taken the prince and helped the fakir escape. There was no time to despair. We needed the fastest car to chase down the villains. I got behind the wheel and stepped on the accelerator, determined to stop the Brotherhood once and for all. A few miles further, in the middle of the jungle, I spotted their car. It took me a few more miles to realize that Thompson and Thompson were gone. Who's the driver? Thompson, what do you think? You don't know what to say, huh? Perhaps Thompson has an idea. Friends? Are you here? Friends? They're gone. Surely they got scared. This is not for everyone, even for grown men like them. What a leap! I hope the car holds on. Well, Snowy, Thompson and Thompson left us. We'll have to save the prince on our own. This road is really testing my nerves. We can't lose them. I'd never forgive myself if something happened to the prince. Let's see how fast this thing can go. Don't worry, the road looks pretty straight. Or maybe I'm speaking too soon. Whatever. I got some good practice driving to the asylum with Slotsky and the professor. But how dare they risk a child's life driving on a road like this? not easy to catch up to them. How hard it is to catch up with such a driver. Tighten your grip. I have to hit the brakes. That driver doesn't seem too worried about dying. Fear not, Snowy. We'll save him, I promise. You know I always keep my word. Let's see how fast this thing can go. I bet the old Maharaja would have burned rubber in this thing. Which is exactly what we're gonna do. If we keep up this pace, we'll definitely catch up to them. This road has to end somewhere.
Let's see how good a driver you are!
That was close. This is not good. Ouch!
Where? Oh no! The prince! Poor devils. Poor prince. He didn't deserve such a terrible death. There's nothing we can do.
Agree.
How? Don't come any closer!
Oh, what?
Oh no, not again. I must resist. The eyes. The eyes.
Bring him and leave him next to the prince.
Yes, Grandmaster.
We can finally finish this little vermin. Poison him. I want him to go crazy.
As you wish, Grandmaster.
First, though, I want to ask him a few questions. All right, Tintin, who sent you?
I was sent on a mission as a reporter to Shanghai.
I see. So you ran into us by chance, did you? Let me think about my next question.
What the devil? Could it be that dog again?
How did you help the Maharaja fight off the fakir's poison dart in the palace?
It wasn't him in the bed.
Don't you lie to me. Think about it first before you answer.
Grandmaster, we'd better leave here soon. Maybe the dog...
I don't care about that darn dog. I need more time. Did you think about what you're going to say?
Yes.
Well then, speak.
I built a dummy that looked just like him. I put it in the bed knowing that the fakir would try to poison him with his darts.
That's how he saved him. He's cunning as a serpent.
Well then, one last question before I put an end to your sanity.
Maybe there's a spirit trying to kill us.
I am not afraid of the living, and even less of the dead. How do you escape death over and over?
Good people are lucky.
Oh, I cannot take this guy anymore. I'm out of here. Fakir, finish him.
Huh? What happened? Snowy, did you do that? Well done. You're the best coconut and stone thrower I've ever met. But what about the prince? All is not lost yet. Snowy, You keep an eye on the fakir. I'll rescue the prince. Hey, stop! Leave the prince alone! He's just a boy!
But someday, he will be a snake. I was just a boy too, when I made my whole family go bankrupt.
Maybe you didn't have a choice, but there's always time to change.
But I did have a choice. I could have been a sponge fisherman like my father, that pathetic loser. But I would never have left Greece. I would have been a nobody my whole life, trapped on Leros, that hellhole of an island.
Nothing seems to matter to him. Be careful! If you go that fast, you could fall!
Men like me don't trip over pebbles. But what would you know? You're a spoiled little brat who always had everything. Just like the prince and that whole family of worthless bums.
Someday he will be the Maharaja of盖帕佳玛and look after all of this territory.
Ha! Only if he makes it out alive.
Don't do anything to him, please! You will gain nothing from hurting the prince.
Don't you dare ask me for mercy! Because of you, my organization is a mess. My drugs confiscated, But I won't go down alone. Remember that!
There they are! Ah! By thunder! That was close. But I can't give up. I didn't come this far for nothing. I can't let him get away. It's me you want. Let the prince go and face me!
There are many ways to face your enemies. The one I like most is harming their loved ones. Guy Pajama is going to hate you when you show up at the palace empty-handed.
Whatever you do, I won't let you escape!
Shoo, you fly!
This place is too dangerous. I can't lose focus, even for a second. One misstep and it's curtains for me.
Let's see if you can get around this!
I have to catch up with them before tragedy strikes.
Don't you ever get tired?
I should ask him the same thing. Why do I always get the most dangerous parts? Hey! I promise to help you if you turn yourself in!
Ha! I've taken too many lives for them to take anything into consideration.
You coward!
This land was already in shambles when I arrived. There is nothing left to save here. You'd better leave before you get wiped out too.
I didn't come this far for nothing. If you let go of the prince, I promise not to come after you.
You don't get it, do you?
What?
There's no turning back now. I've come too far to disappear.
What do you mean?
There's no middle ground. Either you win or I win.
I will never accept something like that.
All I hear are empty words. Save your breath. No, on the contrary, I'm all in.
Don't you realize that this is dangerous for you too?
Ha! This dangerous? It shows that you're just a spoiled brat.
I have to get him. The Maharaja trusts me. Your Highness, hold on. I promise I'll save you.
There is nothing left to save here.
By thunder!
Die! Once and for all! Ow!
Never! This isn't over! It's over! You've nowhere to run!
Last.
Leave the prince on the ground.
All right. All right.
Slowly. Now, turn.
Sure.
No! Hold on! Your Highness, are you all right?
Damnation. Missed.
Poor wretch. Who was he? Will we ever know? Or has he taken his secret with him forever? Once we got back to the palace, I witnessed one of the most moving scenes of my life.
Oh, my son. I was so scared.
After that, the rest was celebration. The Maharaja even invited me to be a part of the parade on his elephant.
Tintin, when you arrived in蓋帕佳瑪, unrest and fear reigned. But now, thanks to you, opium has disappeared from our fields. We are back to growing rice. And we can now feed our people again. I'll never thank you enough.
The prince's safety is payment enough for...
Subject!
Huh?
Prostrate yourselves before Ramses II.
Don't be silly. They are here for me, Napoleon the First.
Maybe there's something you can do for me, Your Highness.
Just this once I go by car, but for the next time, have my noble horse Marengo ready?
If it's true that you're taking me back to Egypt, take me however you wish. I don't care.
Thanks to the Maharaja, we were able to send Professor and Slotsky to the mental hospital while we searched for a cure for them. With all the loose ends tied, I thought it would be time to leave, but it wasn't. The Maharaja invited me to stay in the palace as his guest for as long as I wished. Thanks to this, the prince found a good friend to play with. I have had a wonderful stay at the蓋帕佳瑪Palace, but now it is time to leave. I must go to Shanghai and finish the mission that was entrusted to me. Once I'm there, I'll write to you again. Yours sincerely, Tintin, reporter. Let's go, Snowy.